Hey guys, Phizzy here from Play Too Much, and we're back at it again with another Eternal Masters draft. We are really playing too much of this format. We are loving it at the moment. Here we are into pack 1. Let's see what we open. Just flicking through. Borderland Marauder, Rally of Peasants, good in the red-white aggro deck. Avarax, probably not anything we want there. Nimble Mongoose, Peregrine Drake, good in the Flyers deck. Firebolt, just great unconditional removal in the format. Again, same with the Gitu Slinger. Really good sort of removal spell attached to a body. Mystical Tutor the rare. We've pulled that Prodigal Sorcerer to the front, and also the Slinger, and probably we're going to have a look at that Firebolt as well when we can find it again. Any of these are sort of a fine first pick. Depends what deck you want to go into. I mean, probably the Firebolt the best pick. I'm a little bit of a sucker for the uncommons, so I'm going to take that Prodigal Sorcerer there. This is a shadow draft we're doing. We're drafting our friend Ben's box, so we're not going to be rare drafting. If we open like crazy foil mythics, you know, we're not going to just take those for value. We are playing for the sake of playing here. Apologies for the slightly worse than usual audio as well. I'm recording this at home rather than Keys with all his fancy recording equipment and excellent microphones and such. Here we are on to pack 2. Let's see what we've got in here. Hookmaster, good. We'll pull that Timberwatch Elf straight to the front there. Duplicate the rare for the pack. A few other bits and bobs. I'm a bit of a sucker for the green. I remember when I first started Magic getting told green was the worst colour, so I made it a point to make it my favourite colour. So we are going to snap that Timberwatch Elf off. Pretty good on its own. It doesn't need a lot. You know, it pumps for 1 even on its own. You can get if you pick up a couple of Llanowar Elves for ramp, or maybe a Civic Wayfinder for fixing, it soon sort of becomes more of a boon than a bane in your deck there. Let's say a good individually powerful card. Here we are, we've got an Evos Isle for the Flyers deck, Mog War Marshal in there, Werebear, Young Pyro, Brainstorm. Some pretty good things in this pack. I think we're just going to try and take the most sort of individually powerful cards here at the start and see where we want to go from there. We'll pull that Young Pyromancer to the front. We've got the Prodigal Sorcerer. We can maybe try and move into that Burning Vengeance archetype with the flashback and things. And then that guy really gets out of control in that deck. You get a lot of elemental tokens. You can deal quite a lot of damage. So here we are into the next pack. Speaking of that deck, we've got that Flame Jab there with Retrace. And the Desperate Rave there. So not too bad. Nice Llanowar Elves, you know, if we wanted to move into that Elves archetype. We have got that ramp. Pull that Flame Jab to the front there. Sort of having a look through the pack again. There is a Gavmai Enchantress in there, which is something to take note of. We'll go with the Flame Jab, like I say, the uncommons. You're not going to see those wheel very often, so we try and take them as often as we can. We could try and move into that blue-red Burning Vengeance archetype, and we've got a great start for it here, so not too bad out of the gates. Yeah, so this will probably be the last one of these we do. We've got Eldritch Moon coming out soon, so maybe a few of those in the future. Going through this pack, Charbelcher, pretty good rare. Like, people underrate the format, I feel. I've drafted it a couple of times and I've generally been fairly impressed with it. There was a few other decent things in the pack there, but I think we're just going to go straight for the Charbelcher. We're definitely going to be playing a deck with mountains in, so we can get that sort of double damage trigger there. Excellent in the Burning Vengeance deck as well, where you want to be sort of tempoing your opponent out and just winning through value. So end step Charbelcher is an excellent thing to be doing in that deck. So yeah, we're looking not too bad at the moment. Some pretty good picks. Fairly sure we're going to be in red, so that's not a bad place to be at all. Speaking of which, there's a Wildfire Emissary. It's pretty good against the red-white aggro deck, but there is another Firebolt there, and seeing as we passed up on the first one in pack 1, I think we're probably going to want the Firebolt here. Let's say excellent with the flashback, good for the Young Pyro, getting 2 triggers of that. So we are going to snap that off. Apologies if the pace isn't quite as quick as usual. The person passing from my right, we like to call him Slow Roll. So he does definitely slow roll when he plays and slow roll when he drafts. So there might be a few sort of dead intervals like this where we're not getting past the packs quite as quickly. There's keys in the background there, looking very ravaging. Deep in thought. What's he gonna pick? Ooh, excellent, good choice. Here we are, next pack. You have my Enchantress in here. We've got the Future Sight, it's still rare in the pack. Mystical Charger, pretty good in the Flyers deck. Also Shelter, just a good white sort of combat trick. Seismic Storm is alright sideboard card. The only green card in the pack there, the Enchantress, I think we're going to take that. There's not a lot else for us in the pack, to be honest. You know, we can move into a red-green aggro archetype maybe, or if we pick up 1 or 2 enchantments, she's not too bad on her own really. Again, not a lot of red in this pack. We don't really want the Undying Rage. We've already got the Timberwatch Elf, so we could move into, you know, take a couple hedge bet on a couple of green cards here, maybe move into a green-red aggro shell. That is what we're going to do. We're going to take the Land of our Elves there. Decent ramp, maybe get us into some an early Bloodbraid Elf or something if we open one of those in the green-red. Pyroblast, a Borderland Marauder. Rally the Peasants come back as well, so maybe nobody's in that red-white aggro archetype. Or there was just better stuff in the pack for them. We're going to take the Borderland Marauder. We're definitely going to be in red, so it's not too bad of a 2-drop for us. Definitely better in an aggro than a sort of controlling shell. Swiftwater Cliffs there. And the Wildfire Emissary, we're going to take the Wildfire Emissary. At this point, we've only still got the one blue card, which is the Prodigal Sorcerer, and we've got a lot more green than we have, so we're probably looking at moving into a sort of green-red aggro shell at this point. So in that case, absolutely nothing for us in this pack. If we were still in that sort of blue-red, the Brainstorm would have been pretty good. We're going to take the Sylvan Knight there, not a bad combat trick, alright with the flashback. So we'll take that. We may well play that. It's you know, attack with quite a lot of elves and then push through some damage. Some good stuff for white in the sideboard there. Good Plague Witch for the black decks. We're just going to take the Fog as a sideboard card against other aggressive decks. Difference between winning and losing a game. Really not a lot for us in this pack. I think we're just going to take this Blight Soil Druid in case we move into a sort of green-black elf shell. Maybe we'll want to play Jund. I'm a bit of a sucker for Jund. Another Wildfire Emissary. Probably not playing 2. We're looking at a slightly more aggressive deck, and 4's pretty expensive for us, but who knows? We may play the second one. There was a bit of an issue there with the pack passing, so we've missed our second to last pick there. Not too bad. See what we open here. Looks like we've opened a foil natural order. Let's say not too much of an issue because we're not rare drafting here. We're not drafting for value, but we are going to just sleeve it for our friend Ben now. We've got to keep that in mint condition for him. Don't want to scuff it up, passing it around the table. So let's take a look at this pack here. There's a Chain Lightning in the pack for us. There is that natural order, and there is a Heritage Druid as well. Not sure if we've quite got enough elves for the Heritage Druid yet. So we're probably not going to take that. Chain Lightning, just excellent removal in the format. Who can go wrong with Lightning Bolt, hey? And the natural order there. Probably the natural order, maybe the stronger of the cards there. Well, definitely the stronger. We want an aggressive deck. Again, 4 is pretty expensive for us. What we're really going to be natural ordering into, if a Mouse from Wanderer comes around or something, maybe we can hope that natural order wheels. But other than that, we're more than happy to take that Chain Lightning. Excellent addition to our deck. Looks like we're firmly in the red-green aggro here. Roots for that. There's an Emperor Crocodile in there for us. A Seismic Stomp, and there's an Elephant Guide in the pack as well. Absolutely brilliant card. Can't believe it's at common. It's really strong. I really rate it. So we're going to snap that off. Shardless Agent in that pack there. We could have maybe splashed blue for it. You know, a 2/2 for 2 with Cascade in an aggressive deck is always pretty good. Especially in our decks, pretty heavy on sort of burn spells and creatures. We're not really likely to miss with the Shardless Agent, but you know, no blue fixing yet or anything. So I don't think we'll be taking that. So we're not looking too bad now. Sort of so-so, sort of decent kind of red-green-ish deck. Few elves in there, so we're not looking too bad at all. There's a Regal Force in that pack there, so if we'd have picked that natural order up, would have been laughing right about now. But we haven't, so we're not. Let's say we'll probably take the uncommon here. Goes well with our elves. You know, we can try and push into an elves archetype. We're pretty sure that not many people are in green here, so hopefully we can get a few of those elves to wheel, like the Little Anna Huntmaster, things like that. There's a Flint Hoof Boar in this pack for us. A Gamble. There's a Honden. The Honden's pretty good. Obviously better in multiples. You want the different Hondens, and this is the cheapest one, so we're in an aggressive deck, not great. That Flint Hoof Boar on the other hand, smashing for 3 on turn 3 because you can give it haste is pretty good going. The Mistress Factory, a really good pickup, but you know, there's another Timberwatch Elf in this pack, so that is starting to get a bit ridiculous with 2 in the deck. We've at least got, you know, 4 elves, so it's pumping itself really, really well. Now we've got that Wild Symbiotes. We're just hoping one of those Huntmasters wheels, and then we can pick that up. Beautiful foil relic in there. Love for our friend Ben to have. We're taking the Keldon Marauders out of this pack. Like I say, we want to be aggressive. It's not too bad. A neat little trick would be to put the Elephant Guide on it as well. You don't get a lot of value from it, but you do maintain a 3/3 for the rest of the game that way, rather than just have Keldon Marauders vanish into existence, out of existence even. Borderland Marauder in us for this pack. Not a lot else there really. Reckless Charge I don't really rate. Sealess is fine, but I'm not too big on the onboard combat tricks. So we're just going to take the Borderland Marauder. We want to be fairly creature heavy, maybe like 3 or 4 tricks maximum. We just want to be smashing in with creatures in our aggressive deck basically. So we're looking pretty alright. Here we go. Next pack. There's a Roots, a Mog Fanatic. Don't really rate Roots. Like, it's sort of that sort of pseudo removal. It's like a worse pacifism or Faith's Fetters. I know obviously it's in green and not in white, but I don't think we want that there, so we're not going to take it. So here we go. Orchestra Flame, pretty good in the aggressive decks. That natural order has come back though, so no one's definitely in green. We're gonna snap that off because if that Regal Force comes back round as well, we will be actual laughing. So that's not too bad at all. Here we go. Emperor Crocodile, another Roots there. Not really anything we massively want. Like I say, I don't really rate the Roots. It's removal, but I think Crocodile maybe not too bad. We've got quite a few sort of smaller creatures in the deck, so it probably won't get sacrificed. And that Regal Force has actually come back, so we are giddy with excitement on that one. Hopefully we're going to natural order ourselves into a Regal Force, draw a billion cards and mill ourselves. And we've also got a Mog Fanatic and there's a Gamble in the pack as well. We're going to live the dream. We're going to gamble into natural order, and then we're going to natural order into Regal Force. We're going to draw 20 cards, and then we're going to lose to deck it. That's what we're going to do. Like I said, I don't really rate Reckless Charge. It's okay. It looks like we're going to take another Crocodile, because what's better than 1 Crocodile? 2 Crocodiles. And what's better than 2 Crocodiles? Definitely 3 Crocodiles. Take the Crocodile, Phizzy. There we go. We're there. And that looked like a last pick Reckless Charge there as well for us. Here we go. Final pack is Entombs the Rare. We've got an Elvish Vanguard for us there. Pacifism in the pack to note. Centaur Chieftain, pretty good. And Sylvan Might. It looks like we're just going to take the Elvish Vanguard. There wasn't an awful... That pack was pretty poor for red, to be honest. Weren't an awful lot of good green cards. Like I say, we've got the double Timberwatch Elf. We've got the Wild Symbiote, Llanowar Elves. So that Elvish Vanguard looking pretty good on our deck right about now. So we're back to taking cards from the right now. So it's going to be slow roll again. We will be waiting for him for what will seem like an actual eternity, so we can just enjoy Nicol Bolas's Gem of Becoming there on the playmat. How lovely. I think he's, yeah, there we go. Alright, so we've got the Huntmaster here for us. That's looking pretty sick in our deck right about now, to be honest. Like, so we've got that Wild Symbiote, so we can start bouncing elves to make elves, to make 20 elves to natural order into Regal Force and draw quite a lot of cards, and then activate our double Timberwatch elf and swing for a trillion damage. Pretty good going. Civic Wayfinder to fuel that play. Also Sentinel Spider, pretty good against that blue-white Flyers deck, so can't really complain at that. There's also a Thunderclap Wyvern in that deck, so that'd be a good reason to take that Spider, but we want a few more elves for the Elf God, so we'll snap off that Civic Wayfinder. Good fixing for us. We have got a couple of double green spells. I mean, we'll be mostly green, but who can complain, right? Here we go in this pack. It is another absolutely sick pack for the blue Flyers deck there. We've just passed that Thunderclap Wyvern as well, so someone's going to be absolutely loving life. Squadron Hawk in there, Brago in there. So for us, not too much. Take a Dragon's Egg, probably won't play that. That's not really the sort of card for our deck. Yeah, so we're looking alright. Like I say, we can do some sick combos with the Wild Symbiote, Civic Wayfinder, and the Huntmaster, so we can have them all in play. We can bounce a Civic Wayfinder with the Symbiote, replay Wayfinder, get an elf, get a land out of our deck, play the land, pass the turn, bounce the Wayfinder on end step, and just take all the land out of our deck, make a load of elves, and draw nothing but gas. So that's a pretty cool combo for that elves deck in there. It's definitely a strong little thing. I mean, I really like green in this format. I think green's probably the strongest colour in the format. There's a Flint Hoof Boar in here for us, and a Curd Ape as well, and another Huntmaster. So really strong pack for us here. I mean, we're pretty sure no one's really in the green, so the Huntmaster's fairly safe. No one's going to take the Curd Ape if nobody's in the red-green archetype. So we'll definitely snap off that Flint Hoof Boar. Just a really powerful card there for us. Like I say, the uncommons are always a little bit of a premium on those. Rugged Highlands for us there. There's another Elvish Vanguard. Beetleback Chief is also pretty good. Even the Oriflame, not too bad. World Gorger Dragon in there. Could take that. Probably won't take that. Don't really want to kill all my guys. Looks like there's going to be the Elvish Vanguard there. Having a little double think about the Beetleback Chief. Chief better in the red-white tokens deck. We're pretty firmly in some elves. We want more elves. More elves. More elves. Here we are. Next pack. Not really a lot for us in there at all. The little flick of disappointment. Looks like we're going to be taking the Sting Scourger. It's not too bad. The 4 mana Echo cost is pretty brutal, so we probably won't end up playing that. There's a Curd Ape and a Borderland Marauder. Happily take the Curd Ape here. A 2/3 for 1. Pretty good and pretty easy to achieve in our deck. So more than happy there. We will snap that guy off. What else we got in here? Undying Rage, Emperor Crocodile, Sylvan Might. Not great. We should probably take the Sylvan Might, but I think we're just going to take that Undying Rage. We may well play a one of. Pretty good. We'll snap that off and pop that in our deck. It may well get played. You never know. There we are. Next pack, Wildfire Emissary for us. Avarax, bit late in the day for taking Avarax. Another Wildfire Emissary, probably won't play that. We're really looking at being an aggressive deck, and 4 is pushing it at that top end. Brawn's sort of not too bad of a 4-drop for us, to be honest. Being able to give, our stuff trample when we've got 2 Timberwatch Elves and, 2 Elvish Vanguards in the deck as well. not awful at all. You know, it basically makes blocking an absolute headache for our opponent. So more than happy to pick that up. Probably will end up playing that Brawn. Squadron Hawk, Seismic Stomp. Seismic Stomp, not an awful sideboard card against that red white aggro deck, so we will pop that in the pile. And the Huntmaster's actually come back round, so that's really good for us. You know, second Huntmaster, we're flying on air there. Orchestra Flame or the Rugged Highlands will take that fixing every day of the week there. So there is that, and we're just waiting for our last card now, which will be come on, slow roll. There it is. It's in a messy tone. We're definitely not playing that. Well, there's a draft for you guys. Let's see how we get on.